Welcome to another episode of the Magic Kings podcast with the great big beautiful dads. This is Steve from Just Add Magic Travel, and I'm here tonight with Magic Mike. How we doing, Mike?
Doing great. The Beverly Boys are back. The Skyliner Squad. The Living with the Land Lads. The Aficionados. Great big beautiful dads.
I don't think we came up with a new one last time. We're gonna have to change that this time, and I think we're gonna find a way because we have a very important guest with us tonight. I'd like you to introduce yourself. Dia, welcome.
Hi everyone. I'm Dia, and I'm excited to join you all tonight. I'm a native Floridian. I've been to Disney a gajillion times, so ready to jump in and talk all things Mickey and magic.
My God. Incredible. Yes. So we've known each other for a little while, Dia, and I know that you are, we like to think of ourselves as Disney experts, but I think you might have us beat in terms of the depth of your Disney knowledge. And we're here tonight. We'll get to this in a moment, but we're here tonight to talk about something I've been very curious about, and Mike, I know you have too, VIP tours at Disney World. We know how important you are, and so we wanted to have you on. But we can't get ahead of ourselves because for the real listeners of this podcast know that we have the lightning lane round of questions. Just some questions for you to get a sense of what kind of fan you are of Disney World, what kind of person, that you are with Disney World. And you've actually alluded to the first question already, if you can believe it, in your introduction. I don't think you'll be able to answer it. How many times have you been to Walt Disney World?
I honestly don't know.
You can't say.
I can't say. I've been going since I was a child. I literally grew up in Orlando, so have tons of memories, tons of pictures from before I had memories of going to the parks. And then in high school, some of my friends were in the band, and so every time they would perform at the holiday parades, they'd get a bunch of free tickets, or people's parents worked for Disney, or had season passes. So I've been a lot.
Like hundreds of times, would you say?
Hundreds of times. Yeah, for sure.
So Dia's breaking our rubric here, Steve, because she already answered the second question too, which is how old were you? And you said before you can remember. So you got the second question ticked off as well.
I'll try to stop stealing your big thunder and let you ask the questions first.
All right.
You haven't alluded to this one yet. So you have the My Disney Experience app. Okay, I assume. Who is your character in that app?
Ariel.
Okay, that's a nice one.
Yeah, my favorite, all-time favorite Disney movie, favorite princess.
Very nice. Yeah.
Good choice.
First Ariel here, yeah.
Yep, that's our first one, yeah. All right, what's your favorite park?
Epcot.
Oh.
Right, another one for the Epcot squad.
I'm a foodie, so I love to, especially the festivals. I think the Arts Festival has the best food, but I just like to, bop around and have some snacks.
All right, we're going to get along, Dia.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to be best friends.
I was going to say, in the course of this, Mike, you think you're a foodie. I think, I think Dia might have you beat, but you think Arts has the best food. Interesting.
I do. This past year, they had a soft shell crab sandwich that was like, I'm going to start a petition to make it a year-round item. It was so good.
We might take to the streets on that one. That sounds fantastic. Wow. All right, next question. You have to pick one. Your favorite ride. Deep in thought.
I'm going to say, at Epcot or anywhere?
Anywhere at Walt Disney World,
yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the classic. Part of me wants to say Guardians just because it's so great. But I'm going to go Big Thunder because that's like my favorite Magic Kingdom ride. I think it was probably one of the first roller coasters that I went on. So I'm going Big Thunder.
That's a
great choice.
Fantastic pick, yeah.
And doesn't get a lot of shine when we do these questions, but it's definitely up there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think it's been down for the whole history of this podcast. So, yeah, shout out to Big Thunder. Yeah.
So we're gonna have to, make a podcast tour when it opens.
That's right. We'll call you up
Next
here.
summer 26. Is that when
I
it's
think so.
Yeah, if
spring?
not before, yeah. So hopefully soon. We miss it.
Yeah. All right. What is your favorite show? You have to pick one. One show. It can be any show. So we consider the fireworks, the indoor shows, the live shows, parades, anything like that we consider it a show.
Can it be one that they don't do anymore?
Well,
Oh, it has to be current.
what do you think, Mike?
I'll allow it. You know what? Why don't you
Wishes.
give us that one?
Oh, Wishes.
Okay.
Wishes. I want them to bring Wishes back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Of those that are still current, what would your pick be?
I'm gonna be completely honest. I usually don't watch the shows.
Okay.
So I'll say
Okay.
the last one that I watched was the Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular. So
Great
I'll
show.
go with that
Top
one.
show. All right, I have to throw
Good
this
pick.
in. So Wishes, and for those who don't know, that was for many years the Magic Kingdom fireworks was called Wishes. So let's say Wishes is a 10 out of 10. Okay,
Yeah.
How do you rate Happily Ever After?
I'm too biased. I can't.
My God, she's gonna give it a 1. All right, we'll move on. Okay, so your next one, I don't know how much now that you're not as local as you were, maybe you do this sometimes, but your favorite resort on Disney property?
I would say Grand Floridian.
Oh,
Just because I've always liked it. It's just seemed so grand.
yes.
And I think Citricoast has a great bar.
Oh,
I think it's an underrated stop on the monorail pub crawl for people.
you are VIP.
It sounds like a biased Floridian
That's
choice
right.
too. Being from Florida, choosing the Grand Floridian.
Well,
I don't know.
I mean, Grand Floridian's very much like, New England
Yeah,
vibes.
that's true.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to throw one little fun fact about myself. Both my proms were at Disney hotels.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if I ever told you that, Steve.
No.
Yeah.
Which ones?
Yeah. One of them was at the Caribbean one that
Yep.
just got redone.
Yep.
And then I forget where the other one was, but they were both because I remember the butter was like shaped like Mickey
God.
for our delicious prom meals.
What are we doing living up here?
I know. Yeah. We're gonna get back to Florida. Yeah, I had a stint in Florida, but I lived in Naples, so I was
Okay.
about a 3-hour drive from
Yeah.
Disney. However, we went like every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks. So we made a trip quite often. So that's it only grew my love of Florida and Disney World. All right, the next question is, what is your favorite restaurant at Disney?
So this is kind of a new one for me, but it's I'm forgetting the name of it right now, but it's the sushi place above it in the top part of Japan.
Takumite?
Not the super not the
not
super expensive omakase one. I haven't done that one. But they have this sushi bridge for two that's fantastic, and they've got some cool poke and everything I've had there has been delicious, and then it just has a great view of the lake and the ball and just everything that's going on outside.
Wow.
And it has things that aren't sushi. Like if you don't like sushi, they have skewers, they have rice bowls, they have all sorts of things.
That's amazing. And Mike, you're a big fan of the teppanito. Whatever.
I love teppanito.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
hibachi. Japan's one of my
it's
favorite
like
pavilions.
it's attached to that. So instead
Yep.
of going left, you go right.
That's right. Yep.
All right. So I think this is going to be the hardest one for you, Dia, unless you just have one pegged as the one.
Okay.
Your favorite snack at Walt Disney World?
That is a hard one.
And we're loose with the definition. Of snack, too.
Mike's loose.
Okay.
Mike's favorite is the
All right.
fish and chips from.
The fish and chips from the England Pavilion are perfection.
Okay.
So I
Preach.
You got.
And
I'm
they
just
give
gonna
you
leave.
they have the little malt. They have the malt vinegar packets.
Yep,
So good.
yep.
I'm gonna say cinnamon roll at Gaston's.
Oh,
good choice.
That is a
Yeah.
great
Yeah.
pick. I don't think we talk about that a lot on this podcast,
No.
but it's a great pick. Yeah.
I'm feeling
Yeah.
extra naughty because my husband and I share it. I'm
Mm.
feeling like I deserve an extra treat. We'll get like a little cup of extra icing,
Oh.
but that's like, you had to have a really bad week to get that.
Yeah.
You're really indulging in that.
Yeah.
Okay, what would you say is the most underrated attraction or experience in your mind?
That's a great question. I think that's the hardest one. Especially, I think that one's particularly difficult because so many places get extra hype these days. Like,
Yeah.
a few years ago, I might have said Living with the Land, but now, I mean, you referenced Living with the Land earlier.
Yes.
Like, everybody loves Living with the
Yep.
Land, especially with the holiday layover. So I'm gonna not really answer your question. I'm just gonna say walking around and taking in all of the details because I think that gets missed sometimes, all of the little elements here and there.
All right. That's a little bit of a
Okay.
cop out. That's all right.
Yeah,
But
I'm gonna think about it a little bit more.
We'll come back to that. We'll skip it.
Yeah,
Come back.
we'll circle back.
I agree with your sentiment though, because half of the people have said the people mover for this question, and I'm like, I feel like that's one that's gone from like it's so underrated that now it's like I don't want to say overrated,
Yeah.
but it's like people know about it.
Well, okay, I do love Carousel of Progress.
Oh,
I have a pair of Carousel of Progress socks that my mom got me for Christmas a few years ago. I love it because it's one of Walt's last things that he worked on. I love the song. I love the characters, but also it's just a great 20-minute like sit in AC in the summer and relax a little bit.
Yeah, we know we love that. The great big beautiful dads here. We're all about the Carousel of Progress, Yeah. So
have you heard the latest news of the update that they're adding?
I heard something about it, but I didn't look too much into it.
Yeah, they're adding a full-size Walt animatronic to the first scene in the planning room of the Florida project, which was when he was planning Disney World.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't wait to see that when they roll that out. But I agree with you on Carousel of Progress. Great show. Great like escape from a hot Florida summer day if you're there in the summer.
for sure. Yeah, no, I love Carousel of Progress. That's a great pick. All right, we got one more question, and I think you've had such an illustrious Disney career that I wonder if you have a great story of being pixie dusted. Have you ever been pixie dusted? And if not, just any magical moment that you can share from your time in Disney World.
Not counting what I'm here to talk about today.
Oh, no, that counts. That could be a segue if you want to
Okay.
talk about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say getting to do the VIP experience. And I feel like that's also a little bit of a cop-out answer, but I am of the mindset that Disney is just always so magical. Like you go there and you want for nothing. Everything is taken care of. It's clean. You can figure things out easily. Everything is just, it's the best of the best. And on a normal day, and then getting to do the VIP was like, wow, okay, this is magic plus plus.
Yeah. Incredible. Well, that great answers to that. We could tell you're a real expert here. And I want to dive in as this segue to we wanted to have you on for many reasons, but for tonight we want to talk about the VIP tours. And I mean, I don't want to, I just want to throw it to you. I think you can talk about what it is and everything better than I can. And you want to just dive in?
Yeah, sure. So I have been on 2 VIP tour experiences. I went on one in May of this year, and then a few weeks ago in November before Thanksgiving. They were a gift from a friend to another group of friends in my high school friend group. And there were some extra spots because you can have up to 10 people on a trip. And so based on the number of kids and the other grown-ups, there were a few extra spots. So my husband and I were asked if we wanted to go on it, if we could make it work and get down to Florida. And we said, heck yes. And we went on those experience days.
Oh my gosh. So my first question is, do those friends need any more friends?
I'm gonna say no new friends because I want to be the one that gets asked to fill the spaces still.
I mean, here I am friends with people like Mike, I mean, he's never come through with that. That's all right.
Hey, Christmas is around the corner.
That's
Steve.
right. Hey,
that's
something
right.
to keep in mind. So the VIP tours, and to give people a sense, and I want, you'll obviously get into your experiences that you've had, but this is led by a cast member, a tour guide, who not only is an expert on Disney World and takes you around and things like that, but there are many sort of unbelievable perks and benefits to doing this VIP tour.
Correct. There are many, many perks, and I'll kind of answer the first part of your question about the guide. So when you sign up for a tour, I don't know all of the back end logistics again because my friends, they planned it, and for some reason the kids got to decide what our itineraries were those days. So my friends worked with the Disney VIP experience team. And so they say, all right, we want to do this day. We want to do these hours. And this is kind of what we want to do for the day. So where should we start? Which park? You can tell them everything that you want to do. And they might say you need 5 days for this.
Right.
We're going to have to pare back because each VIP tour is 7 hours. If you go over that 7 hours, it's more. You have to, so the baseline is 10 people, 7 hours. And on our last tour, so the 2 tours I've been on, we had different cast members. And you can request, like if you're a frequent VIPer, I think you can request the same person. Our last tour guide, her name was Ariel, actually.
Oh.
She was awesome. I know, right? Extra
That's
magic.
great.
And I asked her, I said, how many VIP tour guides are there? And she said that there are 200.
Whoa.
But and she said there's never a day where they're all out in the park because some of them are part-time, some of them, maybe seasonal, but it's very competitive to become a VIP tour guide. The first tour guide that we had, Miguel, he was great too. He actually started out as a lifeguard at a hotel
Wow.
many, many years ago and worked his way up. So they're experts on all things Disney. They have extra pixie dust for sure. They have to do very strict safety tests. They are very knowledgeable and just wonderful guides that will be with you for the entire day. And so both times we met our guides at Magic Kingdom.
Okay.
So both days for me started at Magic Kingdom, and you meet them at whatever time. So we decided we wanted to start in the morning and then end in the late afternoon. Some people start in the afternoon and end in the evening. It just really depends on what you're looking for your day with your tour guide. And so we met our guides in front of the town hall in Magic Kingdom. And we went over, okay, this is what you guys said you wanted to do today. Is this still the plan? Yes. Is this reasonable? And then you go from there.
Wow. Yeah, and you mentioned, Dia, that it's at least 7 hours.
Yes.
That you get, and I guess it's a maximum of 10. And so you can actually go up to 10, and it's like a per hour charge, and your guide is with you.
Yeah.
And you alluded to something here is that you started in Magic Kingdom. And so
we started in Magic Kingdom.
Implying that you didn't stay necessarily in Magic Kingdom the whole day.
No.
Do you want to just go through one of the days that you... Yeah, let's do it.
I can do that. Yep. I'll do the last day that I just did because it was more recent. So it's, top of mind. And also that trip, that was actually extra fun for us because it was my friend's kids' first time going to Magic Kingdom.
Oh my God.
And so I know they took them to Animal Kingdom the day before so that they understood what a normal day in a park was like. So we all met up outside of the town hall. We met Ariel, and she introduced herself. She gave us these VIP pins that have this is that special plaid that they wear. And so it says Disney VIP Tours. It has a little Mickey on it. And then from there, we went down Main Street to do a castle picture. And then we went to go ride Pirates. And so, because again, the kids had never been on Pirates. It was their first time. And we got to go in through like a back exit. She had to unlock a gate. There was no waiting in line. We saw some, behind the scenes, maybe a little less magical stuff, some trash cans and other things. And then we went in through another back door, and then when we entered that back door, we were at the front of the line for
Gosh.
Pirates. Yeah. And so we rode it, and it was super fun. And Ariel rode that ride with us. So sometimes your guide will ride rides with you if it's a big enough ride or if it's an odd number, but they don't always ride rides with you.
Okay. And so this is one thing that I had actually heard, and maybe you'll get to this more as you go, but I had actually heard that as part of the VIP tours, you go through the lightning lane, that you don't actually get to the front of the line. Is that the case sometimes?
So, yes, it's
Okay.
the case sometimes. It depends on how the behind the scenes part of the ride is built and structured. So, the next ride that we went on was Tiana's Bayou Adventure. I almost said Splash Mountain. I had to stop
Oh my
myself.
God.
We went on Tiana's. So, for that, we started to go in through the lightning, but then there's a roped off part that they took that off,
Oh,
and we
okay.
were able to go up and through the exit. And so when we got up to the top of the stairs, we were on the other side of the log, so everybody waiting on that side, and then we were on the side where you exit.
Oh, I see. Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
All right. All right,
Yes.
cool.
And so then, yeah, so then we rode that ride, and Ariel did not ride that ride with us because while we were on the ride, she was getting beignets
Oh,
and waters for everyone. So when we got off the ride, she was there at the exit with a tray of beignets for the
unbelievable.
kids and the adults. Yeah. Yeah.
Unbelievable. That's so amazing.
And so that's one of the perks of the VIP day is snacks and non-alcoholic beverages are included in the price. So you're walking by a popcorn stand, you want a popcorn, you want a Mickey premium bar, hey Ariel, and she swipes and gets it for you.
Wow.
Full meals are not included.
Okay, but snacks. I mean, I'd be fine with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would just slam down 100 Mickey bars and be good. Yeah.
Yeah, on both tours we did not eat a full meal. We were fueled on snacks all
Yeah.
day because if you sit down for a meal, that also eats into your time with the guide.
Right. Yeah. No, you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
No, it makes total sense. Wow. Okay. So you hit Pirates through the back. You hit
We hit
Tiana's.
Pirates.
You got the
We hit
beignets.
Tiana's. We got the beignets. Then we walked over to do Mine Train. And so Mine Train is one of the rides where you will go through the lightning lane.
Okay. Cool.
But cheat code if anyone ever does the VIP tours and you want to ride Mine Train twice, you just tell your guide when you get off and then they just put you back on. You don't have to go through the lightning lane or anything again because
Oh.
both times both sets of kids loved it so much and they wanted to ride it again. So we just got back on.
That's unbelievable.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then from there, we walked over to do Tron. And that was fun, especially because the kids had never been on it before. I think they were a little terrified.
Yeah.
That is one where you'll go through the lightning lane
Cool.
as well.
Nice.
And then we did not Big Thunder. We did Space Mountain, and again, that is a lightning lane where you have to go through that.
Cool. And through this whole time between, let's say, Tiana's and this point now, you're just going through the park. You're not seeing any backstage areas. You're just getting.
So for this part, no, we were going through the regular, routes. If you've ever I've done Keys to the Kingdom tour before, where you go under the tunnels. That's not part of this tour.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can't even request that as part of the tour, is your understanding.
No.
Okay.
That's my understanding.
Okay.
No.
Good to know.
And then before we left, we went back to the Mickey's, the town hall at the front of Magic Kingdom, and we did cut through a cast member only area to not have to walk down Main Street again. And when we were going down that, a cast member from the candy store saw us coming through and came out and whispered in my friend's ear to see if she could bring out cotton candy for the kids.
Nice.
And my friend said, yeah, of course. So this lady came out and gave all the kids cotton candy, after we had the beignets. So they were amped up for sure.
Yeah.
And then to end our time in the Magic Kingdom, we went to get some VIP swag. And this was one of the cool things that I saw a difference from the first time I went in May to November. in the town hall, that gift shop that's at the front, there, the first time I went, it felt very secretive. You had to like go up, your guide had to go up and ask this guy for the menu, and he had like a Waffle House size card with pictures on it and stuff, and you could get VIP swag. And Magic Kingdom still to this day is the only park that if you're on a VIP tour that you can get the swag.
Oh.
And so I got a VIP lounge fly
Look at that.
backpack. Yeah.
Oh my
Very
god.
nice.
It's branded everywhere, even on the inside, like it's out of control.
It's unbelievable.
So they had that. They had the Spirit Magic jersey, like long sleeve shirts, and a few other things I forget. On this most recent tour, they have since made a hidden closet room that's in that area. And so your guide has to go get the person. They have a special key. They open this door. You go in this little like hallway that has the VIP plaid all over the walls. They have golf shirts. They have these sick hats. My friend got this hat. It was all black, super cool. I got this bag from my mom that I'm giving her for Christmas. It's one of the ones that you can put your water bottle and then your other
Nice
stuff
That's
here.
beautiful.
And I got a Christmas ornament, but I forgot to bring it for the show and tell portion, so I can't show you that today.
That's incredible. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So there's a VIP speakeasy shop that is in the back.
Yes.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yes. And you can't use your pass holder discount.
Good to
We
know.
asked. We all asked. They said no. And then that concluded, on both trips, we ended with a little VIP shopping spree at Magic Kingdom. And then on this most recent one, we decided to leave. And instead of taking a bus or any other, Disney public transportation, they have a fleet of, it depends on your party size. We had a Sprinter van,
Wow.
a Mercedes Sprinter van.
Plaid?
And no, it was black.
Okay.
Probably next time.
Yeah, it's an idea, Hey.
The upgrades are coming. So they have these vans, or if you're a smaller group, maybe a Suburban or even, a sedan of some sort, that they will take you to each park, and your guide is your driver.
Wow.
And so when you go out to the vans, there are cast members waiting, VIP cast members who aren't doing tours that day, waiting there with trays of snacks that you can take. There's like Kind bars, Cliff bars, those peanut butter cheddar cracker cookies, Lay's, Oreos, just Cheez-Its, tons of snacks and water. And so you can just grab them. They encourage you to. They're like, grab them, take them for later, like whatever.
Right.
And then you get in the van and they drive you to the next park through the behind, some of the areas that are, off limits to the public.
Wow. So let me just pause right here to say, you did Pirates, Tiana's, you did Seven Dwarfs Mine Train twice, you did Tron Space Mountain, you did your shopping spree. Okay. And then you're leaving Magic Kingdom. What time are you leaving Magic Kingdom? Or like how long had the tour been?
Well, I want to say maybe like 2 hours.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because we also rode when we were walking by the carousel, like the normal carousel, and not the Carousel of Progress. The kids were like, "Oh, can we ride that?" And we were like, "Sure."
Fine.
And then it was actually ended up being pretty cool because the evil stepsisters from Cinderella were walking by, and they got on and sat with the kids.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I wonder if they make that happen too, if they see like VIP, if it's the time, I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah,
It
I don't
been a
know.
coincidence,
I don't
but
know. But
I don't put anything
so that
past
was pretty.
Disney.
That ate up a little more time than I think we all anticipated, but it was fun. The kids loved it.
But you get on, basically every marquee ride in Magic Kingdom, plus all this other stuff, plus shopping, and it's 2 hours. 2 hours and you're out. I mean, just for everyone out there who spent the whole day in Magic Kingdom and not accomplished what they did, that it just gives you a sense. So you're sprinting over in the Sprinter van.
We're in the Sprinter van heading over to Epcot. We went to Epcot, And this was really cool because the way that we came in this time, one of my friends has his own landscaping company, and so we were like, we have to ride Living with the Land on this trip, like.
The best.
So we went to that side of the park first, and we got to drive behind pretty much the whole World Showcase, and so you could see the backside of the
Wow.
buildings, some of which were still in theme for that country. Obviously, not to the extent as the front side of the park, but you could tell that they were like, people might be back here, so let's
Interesting.
make it look a little nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's cool. I like
yeah.
that.
And so then our guide parked. Again, you get out. There's another basket of snacks just in case you didn't get your fill on the way out.
Love it.
And we rode Living with the Land. There's no back entrance on that one, so we just went through the lightning lane and did that. And then we rode Soaring as well, and we requested, front, middle, and that really does make a difference. It was pretty cool. I don't think I've ever done that before, so that was fun.
Top row, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I happened to get that on my last trip, and it's like a different ride. Yeah, it's so nice to be up there in the middle. Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah. And then after that, we got back in the van and drove back around the World Showcase.
Oh man.
And she showed us some different little facts and pointed things out along the way. And we got out and went to meet Anna and Elsa. And so we got to fast pass like through that and got to meet them. We were going to ride the Frozen ride. However, it had been down earlier and had just come back online, and even the lightning lane was like 40 minutes long. And so the kids got a little bit of reality in that moment of like, we're not doing this. Yeah.
That's nice in some ways. Like, all right.
Yeah.
Keep them grounded.
Yeah.
That's good.
And then from there, we went and we rode Guardians.
Oh.
That's one, due to the storyline and everything, you can't go in through the exit, so you do have to go through the Fast Pass. And while we did that, the Food and Wine Festival was still going on. And so we had a request of they had a dumpling stand this year that was by Guardians. And so Ariel went and got us big tray of all these different dumplings and had them waiting for us when we got off.
And how were they? How did those rank?
Oh, they were great.
Oh my God.
They were great. I really liked, they had a French onion soup one.
Oh.
That was, it was fantastic.
That's up my alley. Oh yeah.
Me too. Yeah.
And then from there, we decided to get in and skedaddle again.
Okay.
And we went to MGM, Hollywood Studios.
Shout out to MGM.
Yeah, always and forever. And when we were on our way over there, we asked Ariel about the driving test, and she said they have to be able to drive every car that's in the fleet, and that they don't have to have a special driver's license, because whatever size Sprinter vans they get, it's whatever the cutoff is for a regular driver's license. And when they're taking the test, they have to narrate everything that they see, everything that's happening around them, to the person that's grading them on the test.
Oh, okay. That makes sense,
Yeah.
right? But
Yeah.
that's not easy, but yeah, no, it makes a lot of sense. And I mean, on these drives, and just in general, you mentioned a couple of times, were you getting a lot of behind the scenes knowledge as like a Disney expert and like a Disney nerd? Like, was that a cool part of the experience?
Yeah, it was. She would answer like any question that we asked. And, we had also shared that the kids were learning about hidden Mickeys. And so she pointed like a few out along the way and throughout the day and stuff like that. And I forgot to mention, when we went to Epcot, when we went to go ride Guardians, where they park is on the backside of Guardians. So like, when you get off the ride and you exit Guardians, if you were to go to your left, it looks like just a wall and a bush, but that's actually an exit into a cast member like parking lot area.
Wow. They hide everything so well.
They really do.
So amazing.
They really do.
Wow, that's so cool. All right.
Yeah.
So you sprinted away from Epcot.
We sprinted away. We went to MGM, Hollywood Studios. we parked, and we did this on the other one too. It is a parking lot that's behind Rock and Roller Coaster.
Okay.
And so you come in through that. And again, when you leave, when you get to the next park, there are the cast members with the snacks. If you know that that's not going to be your last park of the day, they tell you can leave stuff in the van.
Oh wow.
So we left our merch that we had purchased earlier in the van until our last park. And so that was nice to not have to carry that around.
Very cool.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's convenient.
Yeah. And you don't have to, so you do have to swipe in to get into the park to meet your guide. Tickets to the parks are not included in the VIP. You have to have that on your own, or if you're a pass holder, you can use your pass as long as you don't have a blackout date. But you don't swipe into all of the parks until your guide leaves you. Like if you tell them that you're going to stay or you might go somewhere else, they'll swipe you in just in case you want to, get a pass or something like that.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Because if it's only 7 hours, you're going to be staying in the parks and stuff. That makes sense. Yeah. All right. Cool. So you coming in around Rock and Roller Coaster.
So we came in
Sunset
through
Boulevard.
Rock and Roller Coaster. Yeah. We didn't ride either of those rides, so the kids were still a little shaken from Tron. So they're like, I don't think we want to ride these ones today. And we said that's fair. And so we went and did Toy Story stuff.
Love it.
We went and we did Toy Story Midway Mania, and Ariel told us all of the strategies for the different games.
I need that.
To try to, get a high score. We also did Slinky Dog.
Hang on, what kind of numbers do you put up with the tips on Toy Story Mania?
Oh, terrible.
Oh, yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah. What are we talking
Still,
here?
even with the tips.
I'm in the low 100, low six figures, like a 120.
Listen,
I'm bad.
I just block it out. I'm there to have a good time. All right. It's like the.
All right, I didn't mean to touch on sorts. I'm always curious.
No, I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
And then we did Slinky Dog, and then from there we went over and rode the Star Wars ride, the Rise of the Resistance.
Rise of the Resistance. Nice.
Yes.
Love it.
Yeah.
Are you not? You're not a big Star Wars person.
No, I am.
Oh, okay.
I just always forget the name of
Oh,
them.
okay, got it.
I always confuse them.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
yeah, and then Ariel left us from there. She swiped us in one more time, and we said our goodbyes.
God.
I will say on the other trip that we did when we went to, because they were pretty much the same. We did the Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Train, and that one you get to go in through a back door exit.
Cool.
Like cast members only. And on that one, when we got off, Miguel took our Starbucks order before we got on. And we got off and he had
changer.
a tray of Starbucks waiting for us.
It's amazing.
Being able to skip the line at Starbucks, like as you know what I mean, and just get that alone.
That's worth it. That's
worth
worth
it.
the whole VIP tour. Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
We also got on both tours we stopped for some Mickey premium bars. I think someone might have got a churro at some point. So there were snacks were had.
Gosh, yeah, you got to maximize that. No, that's
for sure.
And so your best friend Ariel left you, and you were left alone to fend for yourself.
We were left alone. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And
I know, it was very rude.
And so again, this is 7 hours. I mean, we're talking what, like 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., something like that, right? You said it started in the morning.
Yeah, we started at 9.
Incredible.
Okay. 9. Yeah. So 9 to 4, you hit all those things at Magic Kingdom. You go over to Epcot, and you do all those things, and then you get to the front at Rise of the Resistance, all the Toy Story stuff, Slinky, some of the hardest rides to get on, right? Some of the longest lines in Disney World. And along the way, you're getting all these free snacks and all this behind the scenes. I mean, this is
a normal person's 3-day itinerary that you guys packed in 7 hours, which is pretty incredible.
Absolutely.
And honestly too, if you were, if it was adults only that have been to Disney a million times, you could probably even get more stuff in.
Yes.
But those were the things that the kids wanted to do, and it's their day, and so it was
Nice.
a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun.
That's incredible.
That's great.
No, you could definitely crank it up if it was just adults, but that alone, what you did, it sounds like, I mean, you can't have a better day at Disney World, can you? I mean, that is just insane.
It was so great.
Something I was curious about, Dia, is so you mentioned a couple times where you kind of got to sneak in back doors or go through hallways that are like sort of offset, if you will.
Hmm.
Did that take away from the magic at all, or was that just kind of you realized you were doing that experience? Like, I guess, did you notice the kids like thinking of that differently? Because normally, right, you're in the bubble, you're in the, you're on set, and everything's sort of prim and proper. But when you're going in back doors and cast
Yeah.
member only spots, did that take anything away from it, or was it just kind of
You
expected
know,
as part of the tour?
I I don't think so. I think it added to it because it was like, oh, we're not supposed to be here. Like my one friend took a picture of his kids like pointing at a cast members only sign before we went behind the scenes. So when you are in those cast member only areas, you're not allowed to take pictures or videos. But no, especially because some of the bigger rides where you're going through the lightning lane, you're still getting part of
Right.
that ride experience. Like with Guardians, you're still seeing the story. You're still fighting people to get in the little door and whatnot.
Yeah.
That's
No,
incredible.
it's
Yeah.
cool. It sounds like it wasn't a ton of the backstage. I mean, I think a lot of when you're talking about entering the parks,
Yeah.
that's maybe a lot of it, and then a few rides here and there. But it wasn't as much as I expected. Actually, you to say of the backstage stuff. It seems like they kind of keep you, and even as you said, like as you're going around the World Showcase, they kind of theme the back of the countries for these VIP people,
Yeah.
right? Who might see it. It's very cool. Yeah. So this is an incredible experience, and I just want to say, like, for people out there who are interested in this, because I'm sure anyone who's listening to this is wondering, okay, like let's cut to the chase here. How much? So as Dia said, it's 10 people, up to 10 people. I guess you could do it by yourself, but it's up to 10 people. You know,
Our our guide said that they've had people where it's just one
just
person.
one.
Wow.
Yeah.
One is wild. Two, it would be something, but one is wild. But hey,
Yeah.
I mean, I would do every ride. Anyway, uh, but it's up to 10 people and it's 7 to 10 hours. So it's at least 7 hours. And the pricing, it depends on the time that you're going, the time of year and all that stuff, which they determine when you book it. But it's right on the Disney World website. It ranges from $450 to $950 per hour with the minimum of 7 hours. So it's sort of, if you do that math, it's at least for those 7 hours, $3,150. Okay. And then for 10 people, $350 per person. And, as you said, the park tickets aren't included in that. So, that gives you a sense of kind of the low end and the higher end. Again, if you're doing this by yourself, for 10 hours, you can spend, 10 grand on that. That gives you a sense of that. But to have a day like that, if you're a Disney World fan, if you have a big group going for a short amount of time, let's say, everybody's there for the family reunion, right, in Florida, and you have a day in Disney, there could be a group of 10 that you could see, right, that this would be a kind of a splurge that makes sense, right? That the experience that you get is just so unbelievable. And I don't know, have you done the Premier Pass?
No, I honestly like
You don't Lightning Lane.
I don't really do Lightning
Yeah,
Lane.
you don't need to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, just because I've been to the park so many times,
exactly.
and like I don't even mind just going to the park and walking around,
Right.
and
Totally.
you know,
No, I hear
yeah.
that. The Lightning Lane Premier Pass is basically it's a huge premium that you can pay to go. It's for one park, and you get to go on each ride through the Lightning Lane one time in that day.
Mm.
And like in the Magic Kingdom, it can be like $400 per person. So that's a question I get is like, how do I just skip the lines? And so that's how you do it. And for most people, that's kind of, it's a bit too much, right? Or it's not really
Yeah,
what
it's a
they're
lot.
thinking
Yeah.
about. Now, obviously, this is more than that, but the experience that you're getting is 100 times better, right, than with Premier Pass. And so I think people look at those VIPs and say, why don't I just get the Premier Pass? And I'd say they're two different things. It's up to what you want, but I would do this before I did Premier Pass, I think, because it's just so much better.
So, my husband and I, before we went on it, we've always seen the people at the park, like, oh, I wonder, is it worth
Right.
it? All of this stuff. And I was a little worried before we did the first one. Like, what if it kind of stinks?
Yeah.
And but it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's great. We didn't do any shows, but my friends who have done it with other groups before too, they took my friends' nieces they're very young, and they used some of their time to be in the VIP section for a parade. And they
Oh,
said it was like the most magical thing. It's at the end of Main Street where all the characters are going in at the end of the parade, and they all
Yeah.
know like this is the VIP area.
yeah.
And they said every single character that was walking around like came over, said hi, gave hugs, gave high fives. The characters on the floats were waving, pointing. They said it was really extra magical. And then both of our guides have said that usually if people are doing tours that end at night, they have it in their wish list to be in the VIP area for a fireworks show. And so a lot of times the guides will get them snacks, one last round of snacks, and then
Oh,
tap them in to the fireworks show area and say goodbye from there.
wow. That's
That's great.
incredible.
Yeah.
That's a great
Yeah.
use of it, right? At the very end, your last 15 minutes to get there, and then you see the
Yeah.
show. Wow.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. Yeah. So it sounds like it does not stink. It's it's
It
fantastic.
does not stink.
Well, Mike, any more questions or anything else?
No,
Okay.
Steve, it sounds like we need to get the sponsors on the horn
Let's
here.
go.
And,
Let's do
test
it.
this
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
We need to make some more friends. Dia, if you want to put in a good word for us, we're a couple of great, big, beautiful guys. So we'll be happy to tag along if they need to fill out a group of 10 there. But we appreciate you taking time out of your very important, schedule to come and, slum it down here with us on the Magic Kings podcast.
Always happy to chat about Mickey and
Oh
Co.
my gosh. So yeah, if anyone out there is interested in going to Disney World and help with the VIP tours, and one thing I do want to mention is that this is something that travel agents that I can actually help with. If you are interested in this, I can help you talk about what that could look like, what you can fit in the time frame, what makes sense. So this is actually something that I am very happy to help with. But Steve at justaddmagictravel.com, you can get in touch and get your VIP trip rocking. So thanks again, Dia. Any words of wisdom to take us out here?
I will just say I referenced it earlier, but if any of your listeners have been thinking about doing the Keys to the Kingdom tour, that's a really great tour. I don't know if you've ever done it, Steve
I
or
actually
Mike.
have.
No.
Never
I think it's a
talked about it.
fantastic
Yeah.
one. It's so cool. You get to go on the tunnels underground, and you go to a few parks, and you learn a lot of interesting facts and ride some rides too. So that's a great entryway
Yes.
into
Incredible.
stepping up a trip.
I don't think have I admitted that on this podcast, Mike, that I did the Keys to the Kingdom tour? Did you know that?
I think you mentioned it one time, but we kind of glossed over it, that you had been in the Utilidor. And,
Yes.
there was some secondhand, jealousy here. I wanted to, now that you guys are talking about it, I want to try this out. So,
Hey, you know who to call, Mike. Right here.
yeah. Do I have a good travel agent? Oh, yes, that's
Yeah,
right. Steve.
he's okay.
Just said Magic Travel. Yeah, he's good. Yeah.
Well, to all our very important listeners out there, thank you, and we'll see you on the tour.